now I'll show you guys how to make the second planet. So again, we'll create it in a 4K canvas so that we have a good reference resolution to start with. This is the planet that we are going to create now. The interesting thing is how I've created the cracks in this planet. Let's create a new layer and create a planet. So let's use this color as a reference. So the circle is created. Now for creating the cracks, I have used this reference. Of course, you can create your own cracks, and if you have good reference image, you can use that as well. I'll be using this reference for creating the cracks. So let's first import this in our project. It looks good. I'll copy it one more time. And one last time. Okay, looks good. Now let's rasterize these layers, and now merge layers and create a clipping mask. Yes. So now we have basically a reference. Now so the cracks are now there, but we don't feel like there's any depth to these cracks, right? So what we can do first is create a depth in these cracks and then start working. So what I'll do first is let's first change the color of the crack. So let's first fill it with some other color which is a bit darker so that cracks are more evident then. So yeah, this looks good. I'll just use this color. Yeah, so this looks much better. I think we can go even darker. Yeah, so this looks good. Yeah, so now this is done. Let's merge these layers and now create a clipping mask. Yeah, this looks way better. Okay, but still they still don't look like crack because there's no shadow. So let's again try to add some inner shadow here as well. So I'll add inner shadow. See, it's already popping off now. So let's see if we can make it, but okay. Okay, so now the cracks actually look like they are cracks. So now what we can do next is again add some texture to this planet so that it does not just look like a shape. So again, I think this texture is good, so I'll use it for now. Let's see how it looks. Create clipping mask. just checking how the blending modes are looking. We'll use the one that is so soft light looks good. Multiply looks good. The multiply is a bit better because it's a bit darker, which I feel gives it a nice touch. Okay, so now that we have a planet ready, now let's add some shadows to it and outer glow to it, as I explained previously, so that it looks a bit more real. And let's first add the space background as well, just so that we have a reference of how this image is going to look within the space. So yep, it still looks like an object. Let's so still looks just like an painting, so let's just try to add some shadows to it so that it pops off. So I'll add the shadow first. Yeah, so now this was like the overall shadow. Now let's just add a shadow that is just on the edge. Yes. Decrease the opacity. Yes. Nice. Now let's add a highlight. Now I've realized that for highlights, either overlay or soft light are probably your best options. I usually go with overlay. So now this gives it a much more of a 3D look. Now we'll again add a outer glow to basically for that light diffusion effect. Let's just add that outer glow. So again, now we have a planet that looks good. It looks good in the night sky. So this is how you would create a second planet.